TikTok. Hey, Facebook. Hey, YouTube. Listen, we are going live tonight talking about very important topic. I mean, I think we always talk about important subject matters, okay? Because I don't get on here to waste my time or anybody else's time. But this particular topic is going to hit some of you all different because you have been hiding, thinking that nobody sees you. But I see you. I see you, Ravi. I see you. And as you come in, go ahead and heart it up. Go ahead and heart it up because that's letting me know that you are here and you are ready to have this conversation with me. So if you're just joining me, Rachel, go ahead and just go ahead and heart it up because I want to know that I stepped into the right live stream room. I mean, because I can step into some wrong live streams. Some of y'all know how you keep scrolling, and then you all of a sudden pop on to something. And you're like, wait, what conversation did I just walk in on? Right? But this conversation is very important because it is about hope. Some of us have, for some reason, Brandon, we've lost some hope. We have stopped believing and we have stopped hoping and we've stopped thinking that life can get better. And I know it is easy to fall into that hopelessness, especially if you've gone through some stuff, some tragedies, some trauma, grief. If you thought your life would be looking a certain way and it's looking the total opposite, that's traumatic. So I get it. And hearts it up. Go ahead and as you come in, tactical, Sean, Rachel, go ahead and hearts it up because I want to make sure that I'm talking to my people. I'm talking to my people, those of you who understand the importance of having a little faith to keep going another day. Those are the people who believe that even though life has knocked the wind out of you, you still have hope that tomorrow can be better. If that's you, go ahead and double tap, tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in. Because when I'm talking to the folks who hear this message, just by the conversation tonight, something is going to awaken in you that switches something on the inside of you that makes you believe again, that makes you hope again, and that makes you want more for your life than you want right now. Because it's a very slippery slope. The slope that I'm talking about is the bridge between where you want to be, where you are now, and where you want to be. And sometimes that bridge, Cassie, can be so slippery that the moment you try to grasp for the future version of yourself, you start to slip a little bit. Why are you slipping? Oh, because somebody's doubting you. Why are you slipping? Because you are not sticking to the habits that you know is going to produce the life that you've always wished for. But guess what? There's still hope. Hope is like energy, it never fades, it can never be destroyed. And as long as you're willing to tap in, go ahead and tap into the screen, go ahead and hearts it up. As long as you're willing to tap in and lean in a little bit more to the even possibility that things can change, guess what? That little belief starts to add, it starts to compound into a lifestyle of just, hey, I'm gonna figure this thing out one way or another. And thanks for the love, genuinely elevated. One way or another, I'm gonna figure this thing out. And I don't care if it takes me, feeling defeated. I don't care if it takes me 5 years, 10 years. I am going to figure it out. That's what people who have hope are determined to do, is to figure it out. If you have to make 1,000 mistakes before you get it together, you're still on your path to figuring it out. And I think a lot of times, because we have this very powerful tool, but also a very dangerous tool called social media, we start to think, Sammy, that we are behind, when in fact, you are exactly where God wants you to be. And you may not be where you want to be. Come on now. Come on, somebody. If you got a little ambition and you got some dreams, you are in fact not where you want to be. But guess what? If you are honest with yourself, you can say, well, Lord, I thank you that I may not be where I want to be, but thank God I am not where I used to be. Come on, somebody. Go ahead and taps it up. Because when you realize that you could be in a different position, you could have been stuck in that valley that life put you in, and forever stuck in that valley. And then you wake up and you're like, wait, no, I'm not there anymore. I've changed, I've grown. You see, one of the things that shifted for me, and this may be shallow for some people, but I'm gonna just be real and is just share this one thing that shifted for me. And that was me prioritizing myself. Because I was operating from default program and I was like, okay, you know, I do the self-care thing. I wash myself, I spray a little perfume, put a little makeup on, but I wasn't attending to myself. I stopped working out. I stopped buying clothes for myself, right? Because I was just like, well, I don't need it, or I already have everything that I need in my closet anyway. So I was like really not attending to the wants and needs that I had for myself just because I figured it wasn't important. And how many of you, if you're being honest, you have put yourself at the end of your line and made everybody else a priority and yourself an option? Think about that for a moment. You've put everything and everyone in the front of your own line and put yourself last. After a while, that, Marley, it starts to compound. And you may not realize that you're changing, but there will be signs. Somebody say there will be signs. And what are those signs that I'm talking about? You're feeling less energetic. When you look at the mirror, you see a glimmer of what you used to look like, but it's fading. That image of who you were, the confidence that you had, the courage that you had, YouTube. You're like, I don't feel the same anymore. And the reason why that's happening, Julie, is because over time, you have allowed the cares of life, the responsibilities of life, the disappointments of life. Come on, somebody, double tap if you feeling this, if you understand where I'm coming from. You've let all of those things create a vacuum that has sucked you to the point, Jedish, where you're feeling like, I don't know if this even makes sense anymore. I don't know if life even makes sense anymore. I don't know if what I'm doing even makes sense anymore because it's not producing the type of results that I thought it should produce right now. Listen, I don't know if I stepped in the right room, if I'm stepping on some toes, but I'm gonna drink to that right now. Give me a second. Listen, this thing called hope, y'all, is so deep. It's so deep because we often compare ourselves to other people. We compare ourselves so much to other people that we stop running our race, Jadish, and we start running somebody else's race. We're like, well, they got this and they're my same age and they've got this and I don't have that. And you start to count and measure yourself against the acumen of somebody else. You start to measure yourself against a person who you were never meant to be compared with in the first place. And so we start to lose this hope. What else causes our hope to die? I'm glad you asked, Facebook, YouTube. I'm glad you asked. Not only does comparison cause us to lose hope, but disappointment after disappointment. How many of you have been in a season where you just keep getting knocked down and you're like, man, when is it going to be my turn to have some wins on the book? When is it going to be my turn to finally feel like I'm making some progress in life? You see, disappointment is discouraging, but consider this your reminder that there is hope. If you want that hope, if you believe that there is hope, go ahead and heart this up. Because I know that I'm not alone. I know that when I was going through my season where I felt I lost my purpose, I literally lost my purpose. And I was like, and that has never happened to me before. And I was at a place where I'm like, is it even worth it? Is showing up even worth it? Is it even worth it for me to continue to build, continue to work for this? Because look at what the world is going through. Look at what my life is like now. Like, is it even worth it? And we go through, if we're being honest in that, we all go through those moments. And if you haven't experienced that already, well, thank God, because it's a very hard place to be in where you're questioning your purpose and you're questioning if your life even matters. It sucks. So I wouldn't wish it on anybody, but I do believe, Alicia, that at some point we all will have to face that moment. It may look a little different. It may be brought on from a different set of circumstances, but it will happen at some point. And when you're stuck in that cycle of disappointment after disappointment, you literally feel like the dreams that you had, they won't ever come to pass. I don't know if I'm by myself, but I do know that sometimes you have to borrow the faith and belief of other people in order for you to get back to yourself again. And when we are in that process of trying to find ourselves again, and it took me longer than I expected it to take me, I'll be honest with you. It really did take me longer than I expected. But I had to have conversations with people. I had to, of course, pray and hear something inspiring, because that devil of hopelessness was trying to weigh me down to the point where I didn't want to move. I didn't want to get out of bed. I wanted to be totally unrecognizable in many ways. And what made the difference for me, and that's why having this conversation about hope, what made the difference for me was literally thinking, yeah, Chantel, right now you may not think that your life matters, or you may have lost your purpose, but guess what? You still have breath in your body, and there's a reason why God still has you here. And if he still has you here, guess what? You've got more work to do. And so when I realized that, hey, okay, I need to get out of this as long as it takes, I'm gonna work my way out of this. And when I started to believe that, guess what? I opened myself up for new opportunities. Lyndon, you're asking, you want to see my nails? They're cute, huh? I went for pink. I usually go for nude. Lyndon, you said, will I get the info from you? If you hit me up, listen, I would have messaged you, but if you still didn't get it, I'm gonna try to find your message. Send me another DM tonight. I know what you're asking about. You want to know about how you can turn your hopelessness into hopefulness by being an influencer. That's what you were looking for, because we spoke about that last night. So, hello, Paula. Welcome to my live. Good to see you. So, yeah, no, send me a DM. Send me a DM again, and I'll make sure you get the information. But yeah, no, what really made the difference for me is when I started to borrow from other people's belief and think that my life could get better. And then I realized, like, it is less about me and more about other people that I know I'm called to help. Because I'm like, God, you still got me here, so I must be useful in some way. And not only, and so when I decided that I was still useful, then things slowly, not quickly, but it slowly began to turn around for me. And that's why I'm so passionate about this topic of hope, because life has knocked a number of us down, Paula, and we feel like we can't continue. But I just stopped by tonight to tell you, you still matter, and you've still got so much value in you. I mean, the greatest value in your life has not even unfolded yet. You've just only seen a glimpse of it. And I want to talk to I just want to talk to one person tonight and remind you that God still has so much in store for you that you have no idea. No eye has seen, Paula. No ear has heard, Valerie. No mind can even conceive all that God has in store for you. And so I want you to hold on a little longer, believe a little bit more that things can turn around, and they will. And it may not happen overnight. I hope that it happens tonight. And I hope that it happens tonight to the point where some of y'all DM me what's my, oh yeah, DM me the word hope. DM me the word hope, so I can tell you how you can turn your hopelessness. Because a lot of times we fall into depression, and we feel like we're hopeless because we ain't got enough money in our pocket. Okay, somebody, we are like, man, I only wish. You start feeling depressed because you ain't been shopping in a while. You start feeling depressed because you ain't your outfits ain't fitting right. You just got to go get another outfit, right? Sometimes it can be as simple as that, but sometimes it's far deeper than that, Paula, right? And you're going through grief, and you're going through some real issues in life, and you can't figure out how to get out of it by yourself. Hey, Hugs, good to see you. You can't figure out how to get out of it by yourself. And so that's why I've decided to make myself available to just connect with real people who want to experience something different. You know, when I was grieving the loss of my mother as an entrepreneur, it was so hard for me because I was in business by myself. And I had to figure out, okay, how do I still show up on coaching calls when I'm supposed to be the cheerleader and all my clients are looking at me for the energy? But I feel like crap. I feel like burying myself in the middle of my bed, like, and not getting up again. Right. So, but thank God now I found a business where I don't have to be by myself. And not only do I not have to be by myself, but I get to partner with people who build a business for me, right? And if y'all are new to my live stream, I'm talking about what it's like to tap into the creator economy and being an influencer. And I'm actually partnering with people who want to be influencers in 2026. Paid influencers now. We ain't gonna be brokes over here. Who want to be paid influencers and get paid to be themselves. And so things turned around for me when I found something, which being an influencer, being a creator, that I could stick my feet in and give me the hope that things could get different, right? And what I love about that, Paula, and I see you and I appreciate you. We'll definitely be in touch. Make sure you DM me the word hope. Um, you know, life is lonely. I don't know if you feel that, but life is so lonely. And don't be in business by yourself. You'll experience the most loneliness that you've experienced probably ever, right? But you don't have to go at it alone. You can partner with people who not only want to see your personal life succeed, but also, like me, want to see your financial life succeed. And you can literally build a business that the version of yourself that you can't even see a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, you'll be proud that you said yes. You'll be proud that you listened to me on this live stream and decided to take those ideas that you've been sitting on, those dreams that you packed away in a suitcase because you weren't seeing things change. You'll be happy that you decided to unpack that suitcase, take out those dreams, and give them another shot again. That is the power of having restored hope. You see, in this new economy that we're dealing with right now, the world is changing. And I know I have a lot of folks from Trinidad. I got to do some videos about what this whole transition means with the economy and what's happening with wars and rumors of wars, all of that. Because I do believe that it is not an accident that God has set it up in such a way that we are equipped with technology that you it doesn't matter where you are, you can literally build a business from your home. Like I'm sitting home right now, and let me just show y'all a little glimpsy glimpse of what I got going on here. So I have products. I don't have to show up to an office in order for me to get paid. I get paid to be myself. I don't have to be anybody else but myself, Chantel. Talk about my products, let people know how they make me feel, and I get paid for it. You see, when you are trying to come out of that darkness and that hole, you've got to find something that excites you. And this may not excite you, but I'm telling you, putting on my lip gloss, you like my lip gloss? It's actually a matte lipstick. Okay, guys, for a moment, I'm gonna just talk to my girlies right now. It's a matte lipstick. Look, I can wipe it. It looks like my natural lips because my natural lips are pink, but I can wipe it and it doesn't like what do you call it? Transfer over. Like it's super dope. It looks good. I think it makes me look good too, right? And I can talk about it and get paid for it. So this actually excites me. So I'm telling y'all, when I was going through like one of the darkest season of my life, going through it, and I was like, Lord, I need something that's going to make me excited because I know I need to make some money. But what I'm doing right now, it doesn't excite me enough to want to push it and make some money. I prayed about it and God brought this to my life. So y'all gonna hear me talk about it all the time because I'm literally so thankful for having partnered with a company that I can be an influencer and get paid to be myself. that part. I want you to know that your hope, it does not die overnight, but it slowly leaks in places and in spaces. And when you wake up, you're in an entire season of hopelessness. If that's you, I want you to just hearts it up. And I see you, YouTube. I'm sorry I wasn't in your direction for a while, but I see you. I love you and I appreciate you. Facebook, I see you as well. Paula said, I have a business page. Okay. Yeah, Paula, we definitely need to talk. So I love what you said about you have a business. How many of you are entrepreneurs over here? If you're an entrepreneur, just go ahead and hearts it up and I'll see your name as you pop it up. Because some of you all have quit on your businesses, you've quit on yourselves because you think that your success is tied into how many people like your stuff, how many people are watching your videos, how many reposts you're getting, how many followers you're getting. And because you're not experiencing that instant gratification, you've given up. You've decided, okay, well, maybe nobody likes my business. Maybe nobody wants to buy my products. I am telling you that there are more people watching you than you think. And no, they're not going to engage in your content. I'm just going off on a tangent right now because, Paula, you brought something up here. They may not engage in your content, but so what? That's why I said number two things when you want to succeed in business. You want to have a product that you're excited about, or products like I got products that I'm excited to talk about. So no matter if a person is watching, if they're clocking, locking in, it doesn't matter. I am excited about it, right? And then number two, you want to have a business where you don't have to go at it alone. Entrepreneurship can be the loneliest road that you'll take. Straight up. At some point, it's going to get lonely. But if you have a team behind you, like the team that I'm building of influencers who want to show up and get paid to be themselves and just talk about products that they're going to use anyway and get paid for that, guess what? That's fun. Okay. So you can have fun with your business. The reason why I created content feels so hard for you, Presley, is because you are trying to create content in an inauthentic way. You're trying to create videos and talk about things that you do not feel passionate about. You're trying to follow all of these people and what they're doing and all their tips and tricks about how to go viral, when in fact, you're not even ready to go viral yet. Why? Because you have not completely sold out to what it is that you are trying to promote in the first place. You got to buy yourself first. You got to believe that you can show up in your flaws. You can show up with your imperfections. You can show up with your crazy sounding voice and your weird accent. You can show up in all of that. And there will be enough people that God uniquely assigned just for you to be successful. But again, it goes back to having hope, Paula. It goes back to having hope, Quicey. It goes back to believing that your life can look different than it does now. And it begins with that hope. I'm going to always go back to that. You know, the Bible says this, that hope deferred makes the heart sick. That's just the version that I read. It may show up differently in your Bible. And what that means is that if you delay the thing that excites your soul, then you'll actually get sick. And that's why God says that he will give you the desires of your heart, because he knows how important it is that you thrive in this life with things that make your soul feel alive. Like, yes, we're meant to carry our cross. Yes, we're meant to share in the sufferings of Christ. But guess what? There's got to be a lot more to life than suffering. And some of y'all have been toting heavy bags that you were never meant to carry. The Lord says to cast all your cares upon him because he cares about you. So what is it that you have packed away in your bag of hopelessness? Oh, it's because you've been in business for the past 5 years and you've only made a couple of sales. Oh, it's because you thought that you would be a millionaire by now and you're not one yet. Like, all of these things can slowly chip at the confidence that you have in yourself. And I want you to know that it does not matter. Those metrics don't matter as much as who you're becoming in the process of building, who you're becoming in the process of getting to that role where you are financially successful. Because when that version of you is completely sold out to who you could be, guess what? Your life starts to change. Like, for example, I'll give myself as a testimony. I'm completely sold out to the version of me who has a six pack. I am completely sold out to the version of me who is absolutely fit. I am completely sold out to the version of me who is at a place where business does not stress me. That's why my whole platform is I'm becoming that girl. I am becoming that girl emotionally, spiritually, and financially, straight up. And so right now, though, I'm already in love with her. When I look at her in the mirror, do I see her? No. When I look at my bank account, do I see her? No, not yet. But I'm becoming her. And so it takes Paula, you fall in love with the version of what you can be before you even get there. And I love that for us. I love that God gives us the mind and the imagination of life's coming attractions, right? I heard this from, I believe it was Steve Harvey. He said that, your imagination is a preview of life's coming attractions. It's like the trailer to a movie. When you go and sit in the theater and you pay for one movie, but the whole time you're waiting for your movie to start, guess what, Ree? They're showing you the trailers of all these different movies that are coming up. And what happens? The movie's coming out in May 2026, but while you're watching that trailer, you're getting excited. You're like, oh, I know this is going to be a good movie. I know I got to make sure that I write this date down and I do not miss the premiere of this movie because you're excited about it. Well, Gabrielle, that's the same way that you got to be excited about your future, your coming attraction. You're like, yeah, I see a preview, right? I see a little shift, a little thing changing with my confidence. I see a couple of times where I actually did go to the gym, but I did eat right. Okay, this could actually be my life. I'm getting a little excited about it. Because before anybody, Paula, can get excited about who you are and what you've got going on, whether it's in business or any other area of your life, you've got to be the first one, Wendell. You've got to be the first one. That's all there is to it. I'm going to leave you with this. Remember this, that you cannot build without hope. You can't even dream without having hope, Chantel. You've got to believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that God is who he says he is. When God says that I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prosper, you got to believe that. You've got to believe that it's not too late. Despite what your age is on paper, you've still got the ability to move, right? You've still got the ability to speak, right? Well, then it's not too late for you. Your story is not over. God is telling you to take that pen and write the next chapter with him. You see, sometimes we count ourselves out because society tells us that, oh, you tried a whole bunch of different businesses and you failed at all of them. You're a failure. The world is telling you to count yourself out. But I'm telling you, God is telling you to count yourself all the way in. Why? Because when you have hope, you have a reason for being. And what good is life if you don't have a reason for living it? I'm gonna let that sink in, Chantal. Is that okay? I'm gonna let that sink in. As I go and drink my drink. As I go and drink my recharge. Listen, y'all, I get so excited. This is my recharge. I'm gonna just take a little commercial break. This is my recharge, and this gets me going. Okay, because what the recharge does is it got a little caffeine in it, but it also has my vitamins in it as well. So I'm not sacrificing my health for a taste. This tastes good and it makes me feel good. Clock that, right? And guess what? The best part, I get paid for it too. Another thing that I love, my apple cider vinegar gummies. Okay. These are great if you ever feel bloated and you're like, I know I just ate. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drink some tea. Maybe that'll help. But you still feel that like extra bloating feeling in your body. These apple cider vinegars, they don't taste like apple cider vinegar, number one, but they have it in it. They're not harsh on your intestines. If you were to take apple cider vinegar, that's a harsh taste, right? And it's even harsher on the sensitive parts of your body. But these apple cider vinegar gummies, y'all, listen, this is going to get you straight. This whole week I've been fasting. So I've taken my apple cider vinegar gummies in the morning, and I've taken my beauty booster, which has collagen in it. So, ladies, if you're feeling a little wrinkly in your face, you need some collagen, okay? So, this is what I've been taking: 1 scoop a day and a cup of about 4 ounces of water gets me straight. And then at night, when I got to talk to my folks here on live stream and I need some energy, my recharge. Listen, this is my formula. And for so long, Paula, I have been sacrificing myself on the altar of, oh, I don't need that. Or, oh, that's too expensive. And, oh, no, I'm good. Right? I've been sacrificing my self care on the altar of all of that. And who told me to do that? Nobody told me to do that but me. So I'm only the responsible one to say, okay, now that I know better, I'm going to do better. And I finally found something that not only can I use, because I needed this stuff anyway, but every time I buy it, I get 50% off of it because I'm buying it for myself. And I get paid every time I tell somebody else how good it is for me, because I'm sold on it, right? And they're like, oh, I want to try that too. And they try it, they buy it from my store, and I get paid too. Listen, this is one of the easiest businesses that I've ever been in, Vanessa. And even sweeter part about it, which gets me very excited, is that it's not a selfish thing. Like I don't have to like be by myself in this business. I get to tell you about it, and some of you are going to be very smart and be like, Chantel, I want to know more. I'm going to DM the word hope because I hope that this is something that I can do too. And I want you to know that it is. If you like to stay healthy, look good, y'all see I'm wearing my own lipstick, and feel good, then this is definitely something that you can do. Very easy, very easy, very easy. So we talked about it's so good too. I shouldn't even eat these on live stream because my mouth be all juicy. My mouth be all juicy from these amazing apple cider vinegar gummies. And y'all probably be like, oh, she a big girl at heart. Yes, I am a big girl at heart. Check my page. If you're not following me, go check my page. I put up a video about what it's like to to fast and what happens the night before I fast. Man, I be in that pantry like eating all the chips, eating all the dip. It'd be a madhouse, okay? I'm supposed to be slowing down, Anthony, and I start speeding up. Oh Lord, man. Paula, I see you said I'm a new first lady for 3 years, and so much sacrifice comes with that. But I need to remember I put too much in, and I can't see the rest. But that first part hit me, girl. Yes, I've been in ministry too. Yeah, she said I put too much sacrifice comes with that, but I need to remember I put too much in my business. Yeah, absolutely. There's this fine balance, and there's never going to be a perfect balance, right? The Bible says that a false balance is an abomination. So basically, he's saying like you're not gonna have it all together all the time. But what's great about it is that you can recalibrate more quickly if you are aware that there could be some potential fallout if you're doing too much of this or doing too much of that. It just comes with self-awareness, right? And so when you are aware of what you need, and number one, the first awareness that you've got to have is what you need. I used to think that this was selfish. I used to think this was kind of worldly, Paula, to be honest, thinking about myself. But when the Bible talks about, you have to love others as you love yourself. And if you are putting yourself last, Keish, then how can you love other people? Like you're gonna love them halfway because you're loving yourself halfway. No, that's not cool. That's not cool. Show up as who you are. Fall in love with yourself. Fall in love with the person who made you. And then you'll know how to show up for other people. You see, that's why being an influencer and getting paid to be you, it is less about the business and the strategy of it. It's more about understanding that your influence is important, right? Paula, I appreciate that. And thank you so much for your feedback. It's understanding, Sly, hey, that influence, it gives you a purpose. So when we talk about being a lifestyle influencer and taking, having products in your store that you can share and talk about and getting paid from that, it's less even about the products. It's about knowing that you carry something, that you have a voice that is so valuable that people will think that they're coming to you for your apple cider vinegar gummies, but they're actually coming to you to save their marriage. They're actually coming to you to know about the God that you serve. And that's why business is absolutely ministry. Don't get it twisted now. People come in for one day. They come in for my protein shakes, especially my fellas. They come in for the masculine oil that makes them smell good to their lady. But in fact, they get their marriage saved. You understand? So that's why for me, business is deep on so many levels. Being an influencer means that you have the ability to carry your story in a way that will transform somebody else's life, right? You may have the coffee that I'm gonna put y'all on with. It's really good too. You may be talking about this coffee, but in your live, people are not seeing the coffee, but they're seeing your confidence. They're like, wow, he looks like me. She sounds like me. Wow, she ain't got it all together, and I ain't got it all together, but she was willing to talk to me. I like her. I like her spirit. I can rock with him. I like where he's going. And that type of generosity, that's the type of generosity that comes with influence. Like some people, and I used to be the same way. Let me tell you, I used to think that people who created videos and they were always on live stream and all, I used to think they were vain. I used to think they were conceited. I'm like, why would anybody want to do that? But it's all in how the purpose that you put behind it, right? So that's why I can come on here and spend an hour with y'all talking about getting paid to be you and being an influencer because I'm not pushing anything on you except what you already want for yourself. You want to hope. You want to believe more. You want to tap into that part of yourself that still dreams, that still wants and desires, that still has ambition. Because we've lost our ambition because life has bumped us around too many times. So when I come on here and I talk about my products and my business and all that, it's not even about that. It's really about making sure that you know that I see you, Anna, that you know that I see you, Paula, and I believe in you. And so when your content, I'm gonna give y'all a clue. Your content is gonna come so easy. It's gonna be so easy for you to be consistent when you are authentically being yourself. Trust me. One of my most viral videos is when I recorded it at 6 o'clock in the morning and I had just come from a walk. And I was like, heard God kept saying, Holy Spirit, like, do the video, make the content, do the video, make the content. And I didn't want to because I told you how I felt about doing the videos and making the content, Bella. And I didn't want to. But I said, I picked up my phone, told myself I would probably never even post it anyway, but I recorded the video. Well, I posted it and it got like 1,000 views, then like 2,000 views, then 3,000 views. And I'm like, okay, people are interested, cool. But I came home, my husband was like, Chantel, I saw your video. I was like, oh, okay, cool. What'd you think? He's like, do you know you had cold in your eye? As my folks in Trinidad say, you had yampy in your eye. And I was like, are you serious? And I felt bad. I'm like, oh gosh, that's so gross. Like, but I knew who told me to make the video. God told me to make the video. So you know what, Cindy? I left it up there. And I'm like, well, hopefully nobody sees it. With the Yampy, they already started seeing the video, but hopefully they don't see the cold in my eye. And Dr. Karen, they saw it. Maybe some people did. Some people commented on it. And guess what? They loved it. And they didn't love it because I was trying to be something other than myself. And that is what's going to unlock your ability to stay consistent when it comes to being an influencer, when it comes to being a content creator, is that you genuinely, you don't really care because you are operating from a power that is beyond you, which for me is God, is Jesus, right? He was like, make that video. And from that one decision, sorry, I was able to get contracts from companies who wanted me to create videos from them for them. I was able to get affiliate partnerships where I would promote businesses that I genuinely believed in, and I would get a percentage from that. And then those micro moves, Dr. Karen, it led me to a business that I am so happy that I can stick with for the next 10 years, which is a business about having product like this, my apple cider vinegar gummies that I get paid to talk about. Man, I got my own store, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all this. These are some of the products that I love. I'm wearing some of them too. My lippy, my eyelashes, and so many great things that absolutely have changed my life. And I get paid to just talk about it in a genuine way because I use what I talk about. Okay, no fakery in the bakery over here, and it just works. Listen, I tell you, one of my best months in business by myself, like when I was an entrepreneur, solo entrepreneur, building things from the ground up for myself, one of my best months was making $80,000 in a month. I spoke at a conference, people loved what I had to say. I still had to market, do all of that. And then the $80,000 of transactions came. It felt good. It was great. But let me tell you, that was a year. I worked for that $80,000, right? I had things to do for the next year, things to fulfill for those clients for the next year. And it was worth it, of course, because that was 1 month, but then there was another month and another month. So it worked out. But when I tell you, I got burnt out, I got burnt out. And so earlier this year, I was asking God, I'm like, Lord, I kind of want to do that content creation thing that you first started telling me to do. But these little commissions, they don't really excite me, right? The once off, couple $1,000 contract to make a couple videos for a company, that's good, but it really doesn't excite me. It makes me feel like I'm back in a hustle again, and I don't really want that. And so I was quietly praying for something different. And then God brought this to me, which I brought to you guys, some of you, because this is not for everybody, but for those of you who are serious about doing business in an easy way, being willing to say, I don't know about this content creation thing. I don't know if I can be an influencer, but I do got something to say. I am willing to show up a little bit imperfect, right? Because some of y'all want to be perfect. And I used to want, but that ain't happening. So it's only for those of you who are willing to show up as yourselves, willing to say, you know what, I believe that my life can look a lot different next year than it does this year. I want you to type in my DM the word hope, because we're having a conversation about hope. And I'm going to share with you the easiest business that I've been in. And I don't care if you are in Trinidad, if you're in Canada, if you're in the US, I don't care where you're located. Obviously, I'll have to find out eventually because I don't work with everyone in every region. But those 3 regions that I mentioned, we can connect. But I'm going to share with you the easiest business that I have found where you can literally show up as you are and genuinely be authentic and just talk and get paid for that. Okay. Okay. I told you I was going to put you on because this conversation about hope tonight is not no fluff. Yes, we are talking deep about the things that you've gone through that has created and eroded some things on you that you feel like you cannot shake. And I already shared with those of you who were with me earlier, I shared with you some of the things that I had gone through. And that shift that I made to borrow from other people's faith when I didn't have faith in myself, that made all the difference for me. And that's why I'm so glad that I'm connected to a business and a way of doing business where I'm not by myself. I don't want to ever go into entrepreneurship again being by myself. Like I literally need a team. And not a team that I hire and pay, because even with that team, you got to tell them what to do and you got to motivate them. No, I'm tired of being the chief motivator in charge. Like, let me get paid to be a motivator as opposed to be paying somebody and having to still motivate them. Like, I'm doing business totally different this time. Thank you, Paula. Okay, Paula's like, I like your lashes. You like my lashes, and mind you, I did my lashes like at 6 o'clock this morning, and I have not touched them up since. But yeah, you don't have to go and get your lashes done anymore. Like, I saw a crazy video, and I wanted my lashes done too. And it only takes like a couple of YouTube videos for you to talk yourself out of doing some things to yourself. Listen, I saw y'all understand that, right, Judy? So I saw a video where a girl had gone to a eyelash place, and hey Bessie, and the girl, instead of using eyelash glue, she used some other type of like super glue or something, messed her whole eye up, swelled it up and everything, and she was out of the game for about a month from one decision. So I'm like, I'm avoiding that at all costs. So, excuse me, instead of getting, and I told y'all, so I could go on a couple tangents. So a couple of minutes ago, I took my apple cider vinegar gummies, and y'all just heard me burp, right? That's because these apple cider vinegar gummies, they are taking out the gas in my belly that's causing the bloat. So it's working in real time, okay? So excuse me in advance if I do have to burp, but that's just my products working, okay? Um, so listen, where was I? Oh yeah, so I'm not doing my lashes anymore because I cannot risk being blind. Okay, so I have my double lash extension, and y'all can get that from my store too if you like the look. All right, so as we wrap up, as we close, I am taking a few questions. If you try to DM me the word hope because you are looking to get paid to be yourself and to show up authentically as yourself and have some products that you can get paid from, DM the word hope, and I'll follow up with you. And maybe not. We could be a good fit to work together. Let's see. Paula said, I'm trying to DM you. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, so you're on Facebook. If you cannot DM me because we're not friends, then I will reach out to you because I see your comments in the video. YouTube, same thing. There's no DM on YouTube. So go ahead and just make a comment under the video and I will be in touch with you. TikTok, y'all got me. We're like locked and loaded. So I know y'all can DM me even if we're not following each other. Judy wanted to know, yes, apple cider vinegar and warm water works is true. But the only problem with that, and that's why I switched to the gummies, is because the apple cider vinegar, number one, is harsh on your teeth. Okay. So it corrodes the enamel on your teeth and you won't see it, but over time it will start to wear on the enamel. So if you wonder why like your teeth are starting to get sensitive when you eat ice cream or whatever, it's because your enamel is eroded. So the best way to take your apple cider vinegar, definitely still take it, but if you could take it in a formula like this, where these are gummies, you take one a day like a vitamin, and it does what the apple cider straight from the bottle would do without the harshness on your intestines as well as the erosion on your teeth. And speaking of teeth, y'all want to know how I got my teeth so white? It's like just hearts it up. If I see a couple hearts, I'm gonna tell y'all. But until I see some hearts in the chat, I ain't gonna tell you. Listen, I'm a gatekeep. Yeah, we live in a world where we're like, I ain't gonna gatekeep. I'm gonna share everything. No, I'm not sharing how I get my teeth white, y'all. Not until I see some hearts. in the chat. Okay. So, but before you guys hearts it up and I transition, I'm gonna take my recharge because we've been on live stream for almost an hour and I'm fasting today. So I need something that's going to get me popping for the night shift. Somebody say the night shift, right? I got laundry to do and yeah. Okay, I see y'all. I'm gonna put y'all on with my toothpaste, but I gotta take my recharge first. So TikTok last night I didn't bring my okay, good. All right, so my recharge. What is the recharge? The recharge is in my routine. So outside of my apple cider vinegar gummies. Hey, that's a tongue twister. And my beauty booster collagen, which I take in the morning, especially while I'm fasting, because it has the hyaluronic acid and the vitamin C. It gets me straight, right? So you take one scoop of this. At night, though, when I want to be live streaming and whatnot and not feel tired and still look inspired, I do my recharge. So I do 2 scoops in room temperature water because you do not want this to be clumpy. And I put it in my cup. Yeah, like my cup is cute, right? A little golden cup. Make me feel like a princess. 2 scoops of that. And what I love about it is that it has caffeine. So got a little shot of caffeine. Y'all know my caffeine girlies. But you don't have to but it doesn't have the negative effects that coffee caffeine has. What is that? Yellow teeth. Come on now. And I see y'all hearts it up. I ain't forget about y'all. I share my teeth whitening secret. So yeah, it doesn't have the harsh effects of your teeth getting stained and you feeling jittery. It doesn't make you crash like that. And I used to be a coffee drinker and I still drink it, but I drink my own coffee instead. Right. So mix that up. And it has this nice little citrusy flavor. Y'all can see that on YouTube, Facebook, y'all can see it. Hey. So yeah, no, I drink this and I'm set. Gives me the energy that I need. The vitamins, because right after this, I'm going to the gym. So yeah. Questions. So somebody asked, Ariana asked, no, not Ariana. Let me see. Right. So somebody asked about my teeth whitening and how I get my teeth so white. All right. So first of all, I cannot do whitening strips. I don't do whitening strips. I've tried, but I have calcium build up on my teeth, which is like, I don't know. The dentist said I got calcium, extra calcium in my teeth. I don't drink a lot of milk, so I don't know why, but I got calcium in my teeth. So whenever I do like whitening strips or certain types of whitening toothpaste, I get an overly exposed white spot on my teeth. So it just looks bad. At least to me, I can notice it. So I finally found something that works without giving me that white stain on my teeth, but still lightens my smile. And that is a product from my store, and it's a whitening toothpaste. It's a whitening toothpaste. So if you're trying to build up your smile and you want to get it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades lighter, then that is the toothpaste that I use. I don't use any other toothpaste. What I don't like about it is that it doesn't have the baking soda that I'm used to. I like baking soda because it kind of cleans up all of those germs. But it's an all natural, I wouldn't say all natural. It is a toothpaste that whitens your teeth, okay? But it doesn't have the baking soda. So what I do, Paul, I told you I was going to put you on. And I thank you for the hearts. So that's why I'm putting you on because you gave me the hearts. So what I do is I have a little container that has baking soda in it, and I put that on my tongue, and I brush my teeth with my whitening toothpaste, and I brush my tongue with the baking soda. So bam, I got the combo, right? And it keeps your breath fresh, it keeps your teeth white, and it's great. Y'all can go and check that out in my bio. You'll see it on my on one of my faves, like my top 10 faves list. So yeah, so I've enjoyed this conversation. I was blessed by it. I don't know if y'all were blessed by it, but I was definitely blessed by it. And yes, I see you on Facebook. It's a blessing to have come out of a hopeless situation and a hopeless season, and now be able to share a little bit of hope to someone here. I don't know who it is. I'll know after I hang up on the live stream, obviously, because you'll DM me the word hope, and it's just been it's a blessing. So I don't know. I don't say that I have to do my live streams, but I honestly get to do my live streams. It's a privilege. So thank you for being with me tonight, Paula. I will send the link directly to you to order the toothpaste. And those of you who are already on my socials, you can DM, not DM me. Don't DM me about my toothpaste. You can click the link in the bio. But if you're interested in partnering with me in business and you want to have products like I have products and be able to post and get paid, then send me a DM with the word hope. If you're on YouTube, type it in the comments, hope, and we'll talk. We'll see if we're a good fit to work together. Okay. All right, y'all. Have a great night, and I will see you again real soon. Until we speak, take care. God bless you. Bye bye, Facebook. Bye bye, YouTube. We will see each other on the other side.